Booz Company is in sale talks with Infosys. Infosys has indicated in the past that in order to really generate some more inorganic growth, they were open to acquisitions. The stock is reacting 46 rupees up for Infosys. Now, Infosys, the management of Infosys has been criticized in the past for following a very conservative policy. They're sitting on a big war chest of about $5 billion plus, so they are clearly in a position to acquire a global company. They acquired Lodestone about 2 years ago, and the Lodestone integration so far has really worked for Infosys. Booz Company is in stale talk with Infosys. That's the only information we have, and of course we are quoting wire agencies here. We'll try and figure out the exact nature of the business, whether this is consulting business. It is a consulting business is what I've been told. So I think the attempt here is very clear. Go and buy a consulting company, work on it, integrate it, increase the margins, and then really pitch along with it. That's the strategy they followed with Lodestone, and I would reckon that that's the same policy they will follow with Booz Company.
And we've always questioned about how Infi is going to deploy the cash that they have. Perhaps here's how they're going to use it.
And they're trying to buy something in the consulting vertical where they don't have a special presence. So Lodestone was a consulting company. Operating profit margins were sub 10%. They got it, they integrated it. It gave them that much needed top line as well. So the attempt here is to fill some of those gaps. They are very conservative. They must have really done their due diligence. Otherwise, to do something rash from Infosys is not expected. But idea here is to fill those gaps and build up the consulting business.
Chandra Ranganathan as well joins in to get us more details. Chandra, highlight for us what more details do you have on Booz Company, and what is it that Infi is exactly looking to do?
Right, these are preliminary reports that are coming out from German agencies. The fact that Booz Co is in talks with Infosys to sell their business. Now, I've been speaking to a few people in the last few minutes. They're saying that Booz in its entirety will be too big to swallow for Infosys, so they could be interested in acquiring the management consulting part of Booz Co. Remember, this is a division that they have been trying to build. They've also reorganized this in the last few months. And, of course, they are sitting on a huge cash pile, 26,000 crore at last count. But we'll really have to wait and see how far these talks go, because this part of Booz is very active in the defense space. So a couple of analysts I've been speaking to are saying that it's unlikely if Infosys will be interested in this, because they do a lot of defense-related work. And plus, this is also a division which is 60% plus owned by Carlyle. So we'll have to wait and see how the talks progress. This is a division which Booz has been trying to sell for a while now, but they have been unsuccessful. They tried merging it with AP Kearney in 2010, but that failed. And they also had an offer from Accenture, but that also hasn't gone through. So we'll have to wait and see if the one with Infi goes through. And the valuation is pegged at about 600 million euros. So it is a big deal, and so we'll have to wait and see if this will go through. But it will not be the entire company in its entirety, but if it does go through, it will be the management consulting division of Booz, and 600 million euros is the valuation we are talking about. But considering Narayan Murthy is back now in action, and he usually has a very conservative approach when it comes to acquisitions, we don't know if Infosys will go ahead with it. They really look at multiple companies on a monthly basis, on a daily basis when it comes to acquisitions, but whether they will have the stomach to go ahead with it, that is something that people are still uncertain about. The last acquisition they did was really Lodestone Consulting, and even that integration is not over yet. They are still struggling to integrate to really maximize revenues from Lodestone.